Good morning, Hillsdale. I'm out at the airport. Ginger Moore has been kind enough to give us a tour of the new airport terminal. Thank you, Ginger.
My pleasure.
Can you just give us a little tour of this beautiful space we have here?
Well, we might as well start right here. We're not allowed to get on this really yet with cars, but we had our parking lot got finished last week, and along with all the sidewalks. So in about probably 3 or 4 weeks, that'll be open to be able to get on. And we've got our landscaping in. We don't have the grass seed planted. They're going to wait till spring. So it's going to be a little dusty out here for a while. This is sort of a vestibule here, so you can get in out of the weather if you're waiting for somebody and it's nighttime or something. Otherwise, pilots and guests of pilots have a code they can use to get into these stores to get on in. Then, off to our left, right away, is a pilot's lounge. We haven't decorated this yet, but there will be a sofa for someone to rest. If they've had a long flight, they can lay down and rest, or if they want a private meeting or something, they can meet in here.
And they got a beautiful, relaxing view of Hillsdale County out there.
Yeah.
Smell the new carpet.
Then as you come in here, you can notice we have polished concrete floors, which are really cool.
It is very neat.
Lots of windows. Lots of windows, which is great for viewing the airport. We've been kind of sitting out here the last few days and just watching everything come in, and we're looking forward to the first snowstorm so we can be in a snow globe.
I was just actually thinking it would be cool to come out here during a snowstorm with a hot chocolate or something.
That would really be cool.
And just hang out.
Yeah.
And that's something I had thought about. This would be an awesome space to rent out for anything.
Special events, private parties. It's up to the city to decide on how much they would charge to do this, but that's something that's been discussed as we were building the building to make it a special place for people to come.
It really is very relaxing, peaceful.
It's very peaceful. The furnishings were from a donation from the Sheehan Foundation. They had given us money quite a while ago, and we saved it and knew that we were going to need it someday. And I had a guy in Jackson at a place called Crimson Oak Wood. It's a new place in Jackson. They make tables.
This is very...
He made this table, the coffee table, and the bar table over there, and it's just minimal and gorgeous, and the feel of it is fantastic.
It is very...
And the wood goes with the wood beams up above.
Oh, yeah, it does.
Yeah, so that was the plan.
So I don't know, what is the Sheehan?
Sheehan Foundation, Mr. Tom Sheehan owns property that butts up against the airport. He doesn't live here, but he owns his sort of farmland property. He's a pilot. He's always been interested in helping out the airport. And so he gave us that, and we're very grateful to him to have that. So, yeah, we didn't use any city money for the furnishings.
The furnishings are very nice. I was noticing the chairs Sunday were really nice. And, yes, it's very just clean.
This all came from Room and Board, one of my favorite companies. And it's extremely durable. They're a white glove company. They do great.
Very, very nice. So, and then we have, you said there's going to be a TV up here.
There'll be a large TV. We have it. We just didn't put it up yet. So people can do presentations, PowerPoint presentations. If you're having a private party, you can post photos on there, do whatever. It'll be a real nice addition for anybody that needs to use this room.
We have a little refrigerator there.
We have cabinets for things that we need. The garbage is hidden. Took me a while to find this one. So
nice.
There's garbage in here.
Yep. Maybe a recycling.
Yeah, recycling and garbage. We have always put a little sign there because no one will know. Water, we have the water fountain. You can also
And,
fill
yeah.
up your water bottle here.
And a little dedication to Lucy.
Lucy, I can't tell you how many people ask me about her on a daily basis.
And for the people that don't know, want to give a little story of Lucy?
Well, when I first started managing at the old building, we had mice everywhere. I even had one living in the printer. I couldn't get them. We tried mouse traps, everything. So I went to the pound. They had 1 million cats in this room, and this one was looking at me going like this, and I was like, I'll take her. And she came home out here and was immediately at home. She lived here 24/7, and the pilots just adored her. She was the best greeter ever. And unfortunately, last October, she got cancer, and I had to put her down. And she is buried out by the flagpole. You'll see a little monument of her for her. And so we had to bring the painting. I made this painting back, it's like in 2021. And it just captured who she was. Just a wonderful employee of the airport.
She was really sweet.
Yeah.
I have a soft spot for cats, so I have cats, but she was a sweetheart. And black cats don't get they get a bad rap, and they're really good cats.
They're the best cats. She did have a little thing of white right there. So, wasn't totally black. Then coming over here, we've got the manager's office. And so the guys will be working out of this office. And right now, if you watch on the news, you'll see that Hillsdale is not reporting their temperature or anything. It's because they're moving all that equipment from the building over to here, and it's just not finished yet. Coming down this hallway, we have 2 identical bathrooms, so anybody can use them. They have a baby changing table. Everything is equipped for anybody that has a handicap, and they're just very
Nice.
clean, and they work real well, unlike the old building.
Speaking of the old building, I didn't realize you were saying there were mold and a lot of problems why that building needed to be torn down. And
A lot of mold in the building, asbestos in the floor and in some of the closets, ant farms behind the paneling, and hardly any insulation in the doors and everything. The windows didn't really fit right, so it would get extremely cold or extremely hot, one of the two. And so actually this building, the idea of having a terminal out here has been in the works for over 22 years. So it's not something that just popped up and happened. We just didn't know if we'd ever get money for it.
Right.
So we started saving money, 8 years ago from our fuel sales for the capital improvement plan, so that we're going to have to build it ourselves, or if we ever did get a grant, we'd have our portion that we could apply to it. So we were very happy and shocked about 2 years ago when we got the call and said, guess what, you got a grant of $2.5 million. So we're like, wow. So the engineers and the architects started working very quickly. I told the architect I wanted a mid-century modern Art Deco with an urban twist building, and she read my mind.
it really is gorgeous, yes.
And she won an award from the state of Michigan for the design of this.
Nice.
If you want to come out here, I'm going to show you some of the how impressive it is in here.
Behind the scenes.
I haven't been checked out on all the lights yet. There we go. So we have all the, heating, air conditioning, water softeners, you name it in here. And if you go through that door, that's all electrical in there, which Brandon with the city loves that, but everything's organized. It's not just a brat's nest of wires like the old building.
So is this the heat? Is this like a heat pump, or don't know, or
No.
Water treatment? It says water treatment.
Water treatment. We do have a well that was dug out in the field.
Interesting, yeah.
And
It does look like this might be like Culligan type thing.
And then there's like a station here with water so that if somebody gets fuel or something in their eyes or something, they can quickly wash right there.
Yeah. And they will have access to this?
Well, it'll probably be the guys that work here. Let's see. There's this beautiful white oak beam you'll see here. It's going to continue out, meaning it's going to have the illusion that it goes out, and then it's going to go around. There'll be these big poles that are the same color as this metal, and it will hold this beam that extends out, and it will soften the edges of this building, and also on that side. So these are kind of identical on both the north and the south side. The north side has doors that come straight in, where the south side has you come in.
And turn, yep. Didn't notice that.
But they don't think we'll get the beams in till the end of October. So unfortunately, we didn't get to show that off. The footings, though, for that are all done and in, so that was good.
Neat. Now, can we walk out and look at the solar farm? That's something that we've put in also, right? I mean, at the solar farm, not the solar farm, the fuel farm. Solar farm was gonna,
Nobody told me.
because I didn't really understand, and it's just my naive, what a fuel farm was.
I know. I've been a pilot since '78, and so we all call it the fuel farm. And oftentimes, trucks would go get the fuel, and then they drive off to an airplane to fuel it. So sometimes they say, "Oh, I got to go back to the fuel farm and fill my truck up." So it was just a term we used for a long time. So when they built this, some call it a fueling station or where the fuel tanks are. But this was built in 2019. Our old fuel farm, which is way over there, and it's underground, was very old, and it needed to be moved because the taxiway was going to go through all there. So, believe it or not, of all the grants I got, this one was the hardest one, and to get them to allow us to even use the entitlement money we have to pay for this, because they don't like to pay for anything to make money on. And because we owned that one over there, the city put that one in, and they needed to take that out. After rewriting grants, we finally got this.
So a fuel farm is just like a fuel station.
So this is the Jet A tank, holds 10,000 gallons. The 100 low lead tank is the smaller one, holds 5,000 gallons.
And you've really stepped up the fuel sales, so you're helping with net zero out at the airport.
Right, yeah. Really, the only way we make hardly any money is off of fuel. And the jet fuel we make a lot more money off of than we do the 100 low lead.
So it's a good thing that we're updating the airport, because more people are going to come and use the airport, and we'll sell more fuel, therefore kind of breaking even more.
And what people have to realize is, to get it to this point where you see it today, it's taken 10 years of baby steps moving forward to get it so it can handle the jets and everything. So it's been, to me it seems like, wow, that went quick. But it really hasn't. It's really gone very slow. But we've continued to keep up on our projects to make it the view that they wrote up over 22 years ago. And we also got a new taxiway down there, a new partial taxiway here. The driveway coming in was relatively new. This apron was done, I think, in 2016, I want to say, which had to be built before you could build the terminal. And we couldn't tear that one down until we had somewhere to go.
Yep.
And I convinced MDOT for now to keep all that over there, because the T-hangers and everything are also another way we make money off of renting those out. They're in really poor shape. They're working on it. They didn't want to put a lot of money into them because we thought they were going to be torn down. So now we're going to try to keep those for how long, I'm not sure, but and maybe not do the taxiway, finish the whole taxiway until that all gets figured out. The last time I had gone to a conference up in Lansing with MDOT, it's such a problem finding T-hangers now, and everybody has the same problem. They have these old T-hangers that don't work. And they didn't have any funding for that because you make money off of that, so they didn't want to fund any of that. But they realized it is a real problem, and I think they're starting to come up with perhaps some grants you can get to help you build new T-hangers, because they're very expensive to build, and the little guys don't want to, they won't be able to afford them.
Right.
So we're kind of in a little dilemma there, and now that's Travis's problem. Yay, Travis.
One other thing I wanted to go over that I learned Sunday, and I think is actually really important. Your mom was a pilot.
Correct.
And tell that story and your story a little bit. I think it's cool, the history of people that are doing these things.
Right. Well, I was, let's see, I think I was 6 or 7 years old. When they were building this airport, I was about 6 years old. We live about 2 miles from here, and my dad has always been fascinated with the airplanes. My mom's brother was a pilot, World War II, and so every weekend we'd come out to see where they were, how far along they were, and my dad couldn't wait. He wanted to get his license so bad. He just couldn't wait where he could drive down the street and get his instruction done. So he got his done first, I think right off the bat. So this was built in '63, and we were all out here at the grand opening of this airport. My first airplane ride, my uncle had come down, gave us an airplane ride, and I thought it was just great. So shortly after my dad got his license, my mom thought, well, I should at least learn how to land it in case something happens to him. But she was given the opportunity to sit in the left seat. She fell in love with it, and she got her license as well. And the two of them had fun. They were in these powder puff type derbies, which wasn't about speed, but about time and accuracy. And they won some big trophies and things.
Is that when they're dropping things out of the plane, or what is that?
They would give them a route the night before. They had to go figure out how much fuel they were going to use.
Okay.
Weather, how much time to get to their
Yep.
waypoints, and whoever was the most accurate.
Okay.
And my mom was a member of the 99s, which is a women's pilots group that was started by Amelia Earhart. She was very active in that. In fact, she had all her pins on Sunday. And she had a woman here that is head of the 99s in Michigan that came down for this as well. I'm not a joiner, so I'm not in the 99s, but who knows, maybe someday.
Well, that's really cool. I think it's awesome.
Right, and my mom she'll be 95 in December, so she came here for this event. She lives in Florida, and she's seen, it was great for her to see how far the airport's come.
And we have a plane coming in right now. I can't zoom in on it. Oh, actually I can. But thank you so much for your time, Ginger. I appreciate it. And
I love that I can show people the airport. If you ever want a tour, give me a call. I love showing everyone how beautiful it is out here. I'm very much at peace here. It's another home for me. So.
it is really peaceful out here. I really like it. All right, everybody, have a great rest of your week. Get out and enjoy this weather, because before we know it, the snow will be flying. And talk to people and get to know people in this community. Don't believe the rhetoric out there. Thank you. Bye.